Hello everyone, welcome back to my class. Uh, Today I am going to discuss political life or civics class 7 chapter number 6. The chapter name is understanding media. So what do we understand by the media? So usually we see the TV programs in TVs or listening the news or musics in radios. These all are media. So whatever we do from phone calls to the news to up to news and everything which we communicate for all are collectively called media. The word media is the word media is the plural of medium. In this chapter we will read about the media. So you will find here media is the plural form of the verb of the word medium. It describes the various ways through which we communicate in society. So the way through which we communicate, such as our phone, through our phone we can do so many things. This is a kind of media. Our phone calls is also a private media. There are several kinds of media, but we collectively called it media. And if we analyze it, then we will find it several types. So we will discuss about the types of media later, but we need to understand first what is media. Media refers to all means of communication, everything ranging from phone calls to the even news on TV can called media. So I discussed already that the media is a means of communication. It is a way through which we can communicate to each other, such phone calls to TV news or anything whatever we watch in TVs or in our phones also. So these all are media. Then the TV, radio, and newspapers are form of mass media because uh, millions of people can watch in a same time throughout the world, throughout the country, throughout a particular place. Millions of people can watch in a particular time. So it is called mass media. Now we are going to discuss about the media and technology. So what are the relation between media and technology? Without technology, media is impossible. You can say impossible to carry because it is the communication is technology, and so we call together its media. If we would probably be difficult for you to imagine your life without the media, but cable televisions and widespread use of internet is a recent phenomenon. Actually, the TV and cables, also our phones, these are the internets. These are a recent phenomenon. It has come uh, just like 20 or 30 years ago. But before that, there was media also, but it was printed media. Some people has written the newses or anything, and then one person need to carry it to your home or another place. So actually media is depending on the technology. When in the earlier time there was not much technology, that's why the media was quite weak, and it was very difficult to find a news from one place to another place. But nowadays it is very easy because of the technology, because day by day technology is getting updated. So people are getting news very quickly nowadays. If anything happen in your local place also, you will get it on Facebook or your Instagram or your WhatsApp, because of this technology. So it is very you can understand it very easily why technology is needed in media. These have been okay. So now why do you think newspaper are called print media? So it is very easy to understand that newspaper, why newspaper are called print media, because for publishing news in newspaper, they need to print it. They need to actually in earlier time people were read people has to write on the paper for news for publishing news. But day by day machines come, technologies came into being, and people started using technologies for printing newspapers. Till today also, reporters collect the report and in a particular place which is called news factory or anything. So in this place it has to write, it has to type on a computer or laptop, and then they print it on newspaper. And then after at morning time you will get the newspaper which is in your hand, it was printed. So the following photographs will give you the sense of, so you can see the system. Actually in earlier times at first people were written and then type machine has come. Nowadays computer is doing all these things. Changing technology or machines and making technology more modern helps media to reach more people. So by changing technologies, it is getting developed, so and it helps uh, to reach to more peoples in a short period of time. It also improves the quality of sound and images that you see. And also newspaper is printed media, but another media is such as we see in news channels, and also whatever by making videos. So it is by the upgradation of technology, you will find very clear videos, very clear sounds because of the technology. Otherwise before if you see any kind of news 10 years ago or 15 years ago, you will see that there was not a good system of video, not a good system of audio also. Today it is quite difficult for us to think ourselves without televisions. Television has enabled, okay, so television is very important in today's world. But nowadays you will get your television in your own mobile phone. That's why people are not using television too much, but television is required. Okay, that images of televisions or videos, it carries for distance place through satellites or or cables such and also this allows us to view news and entertainment channels for other part of the world. Because of technology, we can see the news or entertainments from the other part of world. Nowadays, YouTube is very commonly used for media. You can see in any part of the world, you see the news of any part of the world in your own mobile phone. And also one important thing is cartoon. Actually it was mostly made by the Japan and United States. But in today's world every child loves to watch cartoon, but it was made by Japan or United States firstly. Nowadays you will see some cartoon channels such as some cartoon, you know these names, these Doraemons and Motu Patlu and all other things. These are commonly used in India. But before 5 years ago or 10 years ago, all the cartoons were borrowed from the either Japan's or United States. Media and money. So it is very important to know media and money. What are the relation between media and money? So for publishing anything on media, it requires people, it requires technology, cameraman, and news broadcaster. Or if it is entertainment channel, then need some actors or actresses for making videos. So for all these things need lots of money. So media is almost depending on the money. Otherwise it is impossible to publish any kind of news or any kind of entertainment from to people. Just think about a TV channel studio. Now we just think about a TV channel studio, TV studio which is need news readers, sits on a beautiful place. He need to read the news. On the background there is one has light, cameras, sound recorders, transmissions, satellites, etc. So for all these things needs lots of money, otherwise unable to broadcast the news. So nowadays media has become a huge earning way of money. In news studio, it is not only the news reader who needs to be paid, but also a number of other people who help the broadcast together. So it is very important to know that only news reader is not enough. There are so many reporters who those who collected report from several parts of our country, and then they send the report to the news studio, and then another person make the news together, and only one the news broadcaster or news anchor who read the news, and we get the news. But those videos are we see in news, these are collected by a particular person. As a result, most television channels and newspaper are part of big business house. It is nowadays big business house. One way in which the mass media earns money by advertising different things like cars, chocolates, clothes, mobile phones, etc. So the mass media means you can say news channels or another channels, movie channels or sports channels or TV serial channels, whatever it is. Those all are people watched by the millions of people. These are these channels are earning money by advertising things such as you can see the advertise of pens, you can see the advertise of cars, the washing powders or anything. So many things you can see the advertise. These are the way of earning money. For this advertise, the company need to give lots of money to the news channel or to the TV studio, and then they will broadcast this advertise. And this is also one thing, for shooting the advertise need one cricketers or actors or actress, those who shoot that those who say that by this one and that one I am also using this and that. So for this also they need to pay millions of money, billions of money. Such as one example, if Shah Rukh Khan is make one advertise, the company need to give him 10 crore rupees, 10 billion rupees. So it is a huge amount, and then he will make a 10-second or 30-second, highestly 30-second advertise, and this advertise will broadcast on the news channel, and we will get this news. By watching his advertise we will buy something. So it's a huge money system, money making system, or for news channels or for mass media need much money also. Now social and political life. Okay, media and democracy. Media and democracy, you all know the India is a democratic country, so it is very important. Media and democracy. In democracy the media plays a very important role, providing news and discussing events taking places in the country, taking places in the country and the world. It is on the basis of this information the citizens can be examples, learn how government works. Okay, so in democratic country or for democracy, in the media provides a very much important role, because those who are ruling the government, if they are doing anything bad or anything, the media will show it to the people, and the people will ask the question to the government. Media can change the nation. If media wants they can change the nation. But nowadays what happening, there are different types of medias came into being. These are commonly called, or some are godi medias, and some medias are those who are watching the real news, they are not getting. very much money, or they are not getting very much attention for from peoples. So it is one another thing, but media plays a very important role in democracy. Also, the media will broadcast the public protest against the government, any kind of bills, though which is against the people, or some for factories also. If factories is, if anyone, if any capitalist person set up a factory in between living places, living areas, so people will protest. This will broadcast it to the news channels, and then the government will pay attention for this. So it is very important for it is very important media, media's role on democracy. So our today's chapter is over here, and we will discuss the next part of the, sorry, one thing we need to, you can see these type of newspapers. I'm just reading this: crackdown on polluting factories. So this is one news: closure of factories causes unrest. So these are news. You read these, then you will understand what are the rules of newspaper on mm, democracy. So with this, I am going to end my class, and I will discuss the rest part of the chapter in my next video.